Steam is having a sale for their Greenlight games. Not all of them, I don't believe, but there's a 1-year anniversary going on, and I figured I would check out this game called Receiver. It's from Wolfire Games. They also do the Humble Bundles, and they're working on some other game with rabbits or maybe some other kind of anthropomorphic thingy. I don't really know or care. But this game, which is normally $5, we're selling it right now for $2.50. I am just going to straight up say you should get this game. The deal behind this game is, as you'll notice, you have a gun, and I believe there's 3 different kinds of guns. There's I think Browning, high power. I could be wrong about that. There's this one, which is the 1911A1, and there's a Smith & or Colt revolver of some kind. I don't know a bunch about guns, but if you will notice, I'm holding the magazine in one hand and I have the pistol itself in the other, and I holster the pistol by putting it off to the side, and it shows me that I have some bullets. This is what the UI looks like. It doesn't give you an ammo count, you just know that you have some bullets. And if you want to look in your magazine to see how many rounds you had in that clip, well, you can take them all out, put them in. I think there's 8. And then when you want to reload your gun, you just put it back in. I have a round chambered, and I can run around. Interesting thing is that this gun has a safety. Let me go ahead and pull up the help. When you start playing this game, you will be having the help out because there's just a bunch of stuff to learn at first. But the game itself is actually rather simplistic. There is a story of some kind. It's like a cross between They Live and I don't want to say the Exogenesis, but it really is kind of a reminiscent of some of Dick's works, maybe some of Harlan Ellison's works. And there's 2 types of enemies. There's that guy right there, that little flyer, who's a pain in the ass, and then there's a turret. And you can shoot them. And I just shot the camera out on that guy. And the turret has bullets that it spits out at you, and 1 hit will kill you. This little flyer has a taser. You can kind of see it there on the end of it. And if it hits you, it will kill you. They are both very quiet. You have to pay a lot of attention, and oh my god, you will die so often. And it is... Oh, I didn't blow up the camera. It is absolutely okay. I think I got it that time. Yeah. So, this turret is still working, but I did blow out the camera. It has different parts, and if you shoot them, you will have different effects on the weapon. You can actually disable a little bit more. These flyers, you can actually break it so that it'll still fly around and buzz at you, but it won't kill you. And it's very much location-based damage. So notice that I've run out of ammo. The reload for most games is you hit R to reload, or the game will just automatically reload for you. In this game, not quite so much. You have to remove the clip. Then you have to holster your weapon. Then you have to put more bullets in the clip. Pull your weapon back out, insert the magazine, and then release the slide lock. And there you go. The reloading is different for each of the 3 different types of guns, as makes sense. And you will need the manual up in the upper right hand corner when you start playing, because it is intense. Oh shit. That's what I was saying about taser flying thing. They have some issues with this. I've noticed that the walls don't block sight the way that you'd expect. I think there's another flyer around. But like glass windows you can't shoot through and they can't see through. Yeah, I hear it. I'm probably gonna die right now because I won't notice it until it's too late. Yep, there it is. And death comes that easy. And this is the most intense shooting game I have played in I don't even know how long. And I'm really enjoying it. I've only played a few hours, but I have enjoyed all of the hours that I've played in this. I get frustrated, I rage, and I utter profanities, both because I'm frustrated getting killed by some bullshit occurrence, and others just because there's a flyer right there and I didn't notice it. Or I didn't notice it until too late, or I do notice it and I managed to kill it, but there's a turret just around the corner that you couldn't hear, and the list goes on and on and on. If you like shooting games, you will enjoy this. If you get easily frustrated by shooting games that aren't immediately easy or that have mechanics that are a challenge, you will probably hate this. And you know, that's okay. I would still encourage you to get it and try it out. Like I said, it's $2.50 right now. And it is worth it. You're probably thinking, wow, these graphics are really, really crappy. And yes, they are. It's built in the Unity engine, which means it's portable to a lot of different platforms. I don't ever expect to see an iOS version of this game, because you're not going to have the UI for it. It's right there. And why can't I shoot? Back the hammer. Where'd it go? And just like that, I am out of bullets. When you start the game, it's very random as to what you start with, which can be really, really, really frustrating. Sometimes you start off with a flashlight. Sometimes you start off with like 2 clips and a flashlight and a gun. Sometimes you start out with all kinds of weird crap. So that can be kind of very imbalanced, it feels, but it's all random. So going back to what I was saying, dear, about the graphics, you can see that they're very simple. There aren't really any textures to speak of. There's lighting maps going on. And death comes really quickly. Like if you fall from any height, it seems, you die. Running is very awkward. I don't know if you were able to hear the keyboard mashing, but instead of holding down Shift to run, you tap W, and the frequency with which you tap W is the frequency with which you take steps. There's a lot of little decisions that they made over the course of the 7 days that they initially made the game that really show a lot of thought, I think. And of course I'll probably find out that they were like, just doing stuff by the seat of their pants, and I'm reading a lot more into the game than I should. But that's okay. Right there, what you saw me do is I was checking to see if there was a round in the chamber, and when there wasn't, I pulled the slide lock and it got in there. The gun is pretty much modeled piece by piece. Bullets have their own independent physics, and this is a great gun simulator. I'm really enjoying it. The story, as I said, is pretty at once light and not. If I didn't, I meant to reference They Live as part of the storytelling influence in this game, which might be aware of because of Saints Row 4, which has just came out, and it has Keith David in it, who was in They Live, and there's actually a little homage to the movie in that, which I kind of like. That's me. I kind of like They Live. It's turning out to be a really timeless movie. But I thought about not making the reference, but if you're familiar at all with the plot of Dianetics, and you can hear me mention the word without like starting to freak out and draw all the other negative associations, there's a lot of that involved here storyline wise, but I wouldn't take it as a negative. Why isn't that thing dying? I wouldn't judge it too harshly because of that. I'm dead. I don't have any bullets. I'll go back the other way. Maybe I'll be fine. Or I could fall to my death. So this is Receiver. It's ugly. It's hard as oh crap. Why can't I? So what I was saying about the manual, you need to gain fluency with it a lot more before you really get into using this. Hopefully I will include a clip of me having like 3 or 4 different flashlights. Drops are pretty random. Occasionally you see these little cassettes. I'm not going to pick it up now. And they reveal the barest thumbnail of the story, which is a really interesting design decision. Yeah, I will gush over this game, but I will not do that here anymore. I will just finally say, you should get the game. Definitely get this game.